about a potential and very serious threat to Jabot.
I've stolen Kane's AI program. I want to make a deal with you. Are you interested?
The Young and the Restless, Y&R, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, February 16th to February 27th, hint that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, trap may soon be set while Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, spills a scheme and Claire Newman, Hayley Erin, tries a new tactic. During the week of February 16th to 20th, Mariah Copeland, Cameron Grimes, will get out on bail, but she'll have to follow the judge's orders. That means wearing an ankle monitor and staying with Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, while Mariah awaits trial. Mariah will also pay Abby Winters, Melissa Ordway, and Devon Winters, Brighton James, a visit to let them know how sorry she is, but forgiveness definitely isn't an option right now as far as Abby's concerned. Next, Victor Newman, Eric Braden, will play hardball with Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, and most likely insist the terms of their deal should remain in place. Kane isn't in control of Newman Enterprises anymore, so Victor may push him to steal it back from Phyllis somehow if he wants Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, and the twins to walk free. Kane will turn to Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziardi, for help with an alliance while Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson, hits a roadblock. Billy will face off with Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, during his first day at Chancellor, so we'll see how Jack might try to sabotage him for Nikki Newman's, Melody Thomas Scott, sake. Speaking of Nikki, she'll make a bold declaration about getting revenge. Nikki will also have a tense interaction with Kane at the ranch, so stay tuned for any harsh words she might deliver. In the meantime, Y&R spoilers say Victoria will move forward with a plan of her own, so look for her to spill her scheme to Nate Hastings, Sean Dominic. Of course, Nate and Devon aren't in the loop on the faux kidnapping plot yet. The longer Lily stays off the grid, the more worried Devon and Nate are going to get. Victoria will eventually hit Billy with the harsh reality of his situation, so Johnny Abbott, Paxton Mishkind, and Katie Abbott, Sienna Mercury, may be in the loop on their dad's actions by then. If Victoria's right and the kids really are disgusted with Billy, then that's something he'll have to deal with. Billy might hope he can repair the damage with Katie and Johnny, but fixing things may not be possible with Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, after they have another fight. Over with Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, his fentanyl use will become harder to conceal, especially from Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, after she catches him trying to hide the bag. After Abby and Dominic Winters, Ethan Ray Clark, bump into Mariah with Christine Blair Romalotti, Laura Lee Bell, around town, Abby will establish some rules and make sure Mariah knows Dom is off limits. Meanwhile, Claire will try another tactic with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. It turns out Claire will hope to trade information, so she may offer Lily intel if Holden will tell her the truth about what happened with Audra Charles, Zuleika Silva, and the art dealer. Claire might find out about Lily being in on the fake abduction plot and consider spilling that info to Holden so he can pass it along to Kane. Regardless, Claire will do everything in her power to find out exactly what went down in Los Angeles years ago. During the week of February 23rd to 27th, Phyllis could get lured into Kane's trap. Daniel may play a key role in Kane's plan if their alliance works out like he's hoping. Victoria and Billy's feud may also get worse while Jack considers teaming up with a familiar foe. Since Jack wants to help Nikki regain control of Chancellor, he might actually be willing to join forces with Victor. There were some hints about Jack and Victor working together in 2026 preview spoilers, so perhaps they'll become allies against Phyllis and Billy for a bit. That sounds like another way to rile Diane Jenkins Abbott, Susan Walters, up and make her feel like Jack's taking too many risks for Nikki's sake. The Young and the Restless spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some surprising news and sneaky moves, so stay tuned for updates on all the excitement. In the wake of this encounter, Abby's protective instincts have shifted into overdrive. The tentative understanding she tried to maintain during the search, reminding herself that Mariah was unwell, has evaporated. All that remains is the stark reality that her son is scared, and the person who hurt him is walking free pending legal proceedings. Abby is now firmly on guard, vowing to erect a fortress around Dominic if that's what it takes to make him feel safe. This puts her at direct odds with Devon, who, while equally devastated, is struggling with a sense of loyalty to his longtime friend. Devon may not believe that Mariah deserves prison time for what she has done, spoilers suggest, as he sees a woman who needs mental help, not a cell. But for Abby, the nuance of mental illness is lost in the sound of her son's cries. The disagreement over Mariah's fate is threatening to cause serious marital issues for the Winters. Abby sees Mariah's actions as an unforgivable betrayal. She is reportedly hell-bent on making Mariah pay, even going so far as to demand prison time. The fact that Mariah is Sharon Newman's daughter and was once considered family means nothing to Abby now. She draws a hard line. Mariah would want the same thing if someone took her daughter, Aria. Devon, meanwhile, is caught in the middle. He loves his wife and son, but he also knows the depths of Mariah's trauma, including her history with the sinister Ian Ward, whose manipulations pushed her over the edge. He believes that locking her up is not the answer, but his attempts to advocate for a mental health facility over a prison cell are met with fierce resistance from Abby. She sees any leniency as a threat to Dominic's safety, leading to heated arguments that fill the Chancellor mansion with tension. As one source notes, the husband and wife kept reminding themselves that Mariah was their friend, but the reality is that Mariah checked herself out of the Boston clinic too early, and the consequences are theirs to bear. Mariah's reckoning. For Mariah, the run-in with a terrified Dominic is a brutal wake-up call. During the kidnapping, she was operating under the delusion, fueled by the ghost of Ian Ward, that she was reclaiming the son who was rightfully hers. She spoke of the bond they shared when he was in her belly and gave him the rock star nickname Bowie. But seeing the fear in his eyes as he recoils from her shatters that fantasy. The little boy she sang the Itsy Bitsy Spider to on the road now views her as a monster. This realization is devastating. In the back of a police car, after being apprehended, a handcuffed Mariah put her head on Sharon's shoulder and wept. Those tears will flow again when she sees the damage up close. As she watches Abby hold Dominic close and whisper to him, she understands that the connection she once cherished is likely severed forever. The path forward is grim. Mariah faces kidnapping charges, and while her mental health is sure to be a central part of her defense, her relationships with Tessa Porter, Sharon, and the entire Winters Abbott Newman clan will never be the same. Tessa, who has already begun to move on with her life and found comfort in Daniel Romalotti during the crisis, watches from the sidelines, heartbroken but resolute. She loves Mariah, but she knows that the woman who took Dominic is not the woman she married. The family Mariah built is crumbling, and it's a consequence she may have to face alone.